Mims Productions.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
Listen up.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up? Every man, woman, boy, and girl. Won't you listen up? We're gonna touch the world. We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
Listen up.
We have something to say, so won't you listen up?
We on podcast number 4. I'm Lee Mims, your host. Today we're going to talk about being a light bulb. What does that mean exactly? Being a light bulb. Well, light bulbs get screwed and they still shine. Never heard a light bulb complain yet. They make contact with the electrical power and they come right on. What does that mean as it relates to what I'm saying today in 365 days of happiness, which is always my goal? No matter what comes, no matter what goes, look at each negative interaction or shocking time or behavior or action from someone or something to shine. You may be driving and you get out and you got your singing old happy day in your heart and you did well at home with the mate. The kids are doing great. The dog went outside and went to the bathroom like he was supposed to. You didn't step any hidden poop. You returned your dog to the cage. You leave out the house. You're on your way to work. As soon as you come out of the development, you're nearly getting into an accident because somebody juts in front of you because they're in a hurry. You left with plenty of time because you listened to podcast number 2 of mine, Being Prepared. And you like, look at this hot mess. Guess what? That's your time to go ahead and shine. I saw something on Facebook the other day is being patient is not just waiting. It's actually how you're doing or what you're doing while you wait. So a lot of times, as my wife so eloquently put over the years, although I'm not saying anything, I still may be upset about a thing and may be killing my insides. Well, that's worse than actually outwardly saying something and letting it go. Sometimes we think when we are not verbally airing how we feel, or we're not slamming stuff down, or we didn't punch anybody in the face or threaten to slap anybody or tell them they can go where the sun don't shine or whatever verbiage you want to put in there, we think that we doing a whole lot better. Well, no, you just inverted all that frustration, put it to the inside, and now your insides are rotting away because you got high blood pressure or hypertension or, whatever other illnesses come from stress, which is most of them. You want to go ahead and, even in those circumstances, shine there as well. You let the person go ahead of you that jutted out in front of you, and you just let it go. You really let it go, which is also something I'm working on. Because in my mind, it doesn't make sense to nearly cause an accident or nearly cause a problem in between people, or do cause a problem with people, and then go on like you did nothing. Because that person who's going jut in front of you, you might also put that everywhere else in your life. People are going to do what comes natural to them. So that driver who jutted in front of you, that's the same as the person that's on your job, the same the person that's in your family, the same that person's in your neighborhood, your church, the library, McDonald's, Taco Bell, KFC, whoever you come in contact with. If they are doing something that's abrupt, or appears to be negativity towards you, you best believe that that's first nature to them, and they ain't even think about you. Why? Because they're thinking about them. Maybe they've had such a bad time and now they say, I don't care. I've met people that are like that. I've heard people actually say when they are miserable, they don't want to hear about your happiness. I'm kind of the other way. When I'm having a bad time or a rough time, I never say miserable, but I'm having a bad time or a rough time, I genuinely want to hear some good news because I'm not trying to get stuck in that rut. So go ahead and tell me something good. You got a new car, or your kid is on the principal's list, or you got a raise. Your cholesterol is lowered because you had high cholesterol, or you're not on diabetes medicine anymore, or diabetic medicine, however you want to say it. You're going to college, you graduated from college, you found a coupon for everybody eats free at Outback. And just guess what? At the end, that means that's a night out for your family. If you got a family of 4 and you've been wanting to do it, that's an unforeseen blessing. That's something that's important. For me, I would love something like that. But then again, I find happiness in the smallest thing. Like, I don't know, waking up and no body part hurts, or waking up and not feeling exhausted. Be a light bulb. You're going to feel like you're getting screwed in life, but you need to still shine. Be a light bulb. Pass that on to somebody. Sometimes in life you feel like, oh, I got passed up for a promotion. This is the second or third time they done passed me up. I got screwed. Now I'm going to be miserable at the job. Well, all you're doing, number 1, is bringing yourself down. Number 2, they may be testing you to see how you take it. And number 3, maybe it wasn't meant for you to get that. It's not your time. It's not your season. You may want to go ahead and say, well, either A, those 3 things that I just mentioned apply to you, or B, maybe it's time for you to go ahead and pack up your stuff and move on, if that is really your desire and you really believe that that's your sole purpose in life, to be the leader. I, for one, believe I can lead from behind the line so I never get caught up in position. But then again, I also been middle management. I've been a supervisor before, and I didn't like it. I actually gave it back. Told them, go ahead and take that little bit of change you gave me, put me back in the schedule, and I will be the good person who follows command and supports the supervisors that are put into place. I'd much rather be a supporter of a good supervisor than go ahead and be the supervisor that ends up getting beat down by the management above me and then feeling like, well, why am I here? I like to make effective change, and if I'm not going to make effective change in a spot that is meant to make effective change, then I'd rather be on the ground doing what the mission is required. For instance, go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4 and report back to me. Rather than me coming up with the 1, 2, 3, 4 and the management above me says, don't do that. Now I'm going to feel like I got screwed. And right, you're going to want me to shine like the light bulb. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still working on that. Like I told you before, a lot of things I'll be speaking on, I'm speaking to myself first. But I do put all these things into practice. Have I perfected it? Absolutely not. But what is perfection? I guess that's another podcast. Hey, I'm Lee Mims. This is put out by Lee Mims Productions. And I want you to have a safe winter. Be careful in your travels. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Check me out on LeeMimsProductions.com and all the links below.